you go dark color jerseys? Alright, cool, for sure. Go back to them 2010 Jones. This is not a way option. What the fuck?
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Elijah, come here.
They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They keep it with Henry on first down. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He's room at the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Here we go. 45, right.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Now White lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Lions at 10-1 now on the year. They've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And let's give them a ton of credit, because in a league that's built on any given Sunday, any team can win. To run off this kind of a streak, this kind of a number, that's pretty darn impressive.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll roll him out right. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up first and goal.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Tony Pollard with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's got some space here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A solid run by Derrick Henry. And here's another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
Gotcha.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right.
You got to see
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That nigga right there. And we will be okay.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's nothing, son.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Roquan Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So on fourth down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And back deep, Daxton Hill. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these two teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally, they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Willis looking to throw on first down. Out to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
You could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Get it up out the way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I'm sorry, I was talking to my kids, bro. Don't trust that nigga right there. Watch it.
Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. This pass completes a Pollard on the
They should have caught that one up.
He'll get only 3 there, so at least 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Willis wants to pass it again.
My nigga. Doing good things for the team.
Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Jags are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They begin with Henry.
Yeah, I'm about to say, pick that nigga up.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
How does that shit work? Look like that. Oh shit, I can double up on that nigga. Go ahead and get me right. You feel me?
On the counter, it's Henry.
Boy, is this shit a lie?
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. Feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
First down, here's White. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Back to throw, Willis.
Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Jags grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll throw now on the final play. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will be brought down.
God damn, boy. Your DVs is on point, ain't it?
First half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions.
Yeah, you got a nigga Derwin James and a nigga Denzel Ward.
Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football.
I'm glad to know that.
First as
I
well as
definitely ain't about you know goddamn toss-ups no more. That's some bullshit.
And no run back.
I thought it was gonna be like a X Factor nigga and like a little Rudy Poo ass nigga. Both them niggas on point. Fuck that shit. You got to rethink this damn shit.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard
this
some
nigga running like a
conflicting tones at the
motherfucker.
half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
On 2nd and 11 now. Willis swinging this out for Pollard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Willis. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Kyler Fackrell in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards. And that also leads to 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here's Jones. So that a 56-yard punt with a 15-yard
that nigga's gonna do something nice.
And the
shit.
Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
God damn, this about to be a long
come to the line to start their
long
next
fucking
drive.
game.
And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
What the? Oh, I
They
forgot.
certainly did seem to sleep on a bit in the first half. Now that
We're
their
not supposed to
defense
run the
has
ball
done its
that
job,
way.
It's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Yeah, we don't need to run his way
All that
anymore.
hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves.
Come on, somebody be great.
You have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run.
Oh, these niggas
But
got
the
single-digit
goal,
numbers
shut
playing
it down
linebacker?
for 2
Fuck,
yards or less.
see, there's a
That's
fucking
when you
problem
start to
there.
feel good about yourselves.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I'd say that
They'll be in
shit
search of
later.
8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Giants do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Hill on the return.
Come on, dog.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will take over.
Kinda don't trust that shit. Kinda don't trust that shit.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Gonna run again here with Pollard.
God is good. God is good.
Run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute.
Can't be having that shit going now.
You
knew.
Honed in on it and
all right, go ahead, play right here. Play right here.
Win in the defense's column.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target.
Oh, you got to play them
He's
flats.
going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
Somebody help him.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Willis.
He's still caught
here. It's complete. On the move past the 40. And they're going to get this down to about
wrong
the 37.
see.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Snell on the shotgun handoff. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9. Now a give here to Pollard. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Willis looks to pass it here. And that is caught.
Let's go. Let's go.
Assigned judge incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
You ain't gonna go for it.
Completion-wise, way up. Not that time. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Henry up the middle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here.
Bro, these niggas is not holding shit.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, that's into a double team. And
this nigga's gonna stop running his fucking route.
Picked, and it's his former Bearcat teammate, Ahmad Gardner, who got it.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I can't even get this nigga fucking Henry to run like that.
It's been tremendous all day long. Willis now off of play action. They'll get that complete to Alberto.
These niggas here.
And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards
touchdown
closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Let's go.
About the 2 before going out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
And when you run a drag route like this down near the goal line, You're hoping maybe you get an inadvertent pick to set your man free. A lot of people call them natural screens, but this was well defense, and they stopped him for just a short gain.
Here's Willis. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. Santos' kick is up and through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time.
Coach.
And everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Willis out of the gun.
You suck. This nigga. You had one chance, nigga.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Willis, 3rd and long.
Woo, that was a money play. Woo, that was a money play.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that
shit
one
might work.
not to have another turnover on his ledger.
That shit dangerous, but that shit just might work.
Willis, 4th down here. And it's incomplete. They
good game, bro. Oh, shit. Get one play. Look at that.
Turned away on 4th down.
Look at God.
Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
I don't like this nigga sitting off the head like that.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Daxton Hill picks it off. Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles.